We are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Finally, we are here. I don't even remember when was the last time we went on, but we missed you. So it feels like forever. Even though I think we were here last week, but feels like a long, long time because so many things were going on, business, deadlines, personal life going crazy. Everything is going crazy. So it feels like a long, long time I haven't seen you guys. So we're glad to be with you again. If you are new here, my name is Noura Al Masri. I am an enrolled agent and the founder of Noura's Books. I am actually the nonprofit CFO. That's what I'm known for. And I have with me here my partner in crime, good crimes, Brittany. We'll let her talk to you about.
Good crimes only. And thank you for having me as happy Friday, everyone. I am Brittany C. I am founder of Write the Vision Plainly LLC, where I position grant writers, nonprofits, and businesses to get grant funding at the start, at the very start, in the first 1 to 3 years. So that is what I do, and I also coach on grant writing, like building your confidence. What to look for in your grant proposals? What all do you need to do in there? So thanks again for yet another Friday having me here, Nora. I
Yeah,
miss everyone.
sure. Thank you for being here with me. So, we are gonna talk today about staff. If you heard me talking earlier this week also about staff, because not only staff, like anyone that gets involved with your nonprofit, we're talking about the power of people. If you don't have the right people, and you're not going to have a successful nonprofit, you're not going to have a successful business, you're not going to have a successful anything. People are so important. So yeah, I know this is like we have AI now, we have so many things, but nothing will work without people. And in order to be successful with anything you do, certainly what we're talking about today, nonprofits, you have to have the right people. And it's more important to have the right people in your nonprofit when you have a nonprofit, obviously. So, because,
Yes, that is the key.
yes, because this is something like you want people to give from their deep inside them, like that you want them to give everything they have, their time, their emotion, their they have to be in alignment with your mission. You don't want someone who is not thoughtful, who doesn't care about the mission, doesn't care about the people you are caring for. You want to make sure you have the right people, because eventually you want to have everyone in your nonprofit is an ambassador for your nonprofit. No matter what their title is, they have to be that ambassador. They have to talk about it. The more people you talk about it, what you're doing, they trust you, then the circle they are in, they will trust you as well. And then this is gonna get you more donations. It's gonna get you to the next level already. So having a good staff, or we're gonna talk about consultants as well, like can be those ambassador where like anyone ask about you, they're gonna say something good. They're gonna say they're ambitious about your nonprofit, gonna show when they talk. If they trust you, if they are in alignment, if they can, that they will transfer that to whoever they are talking to. Like being in nonprofit cycle myself, like I always have people asking me when they want to donate, like who do you recommend? So when people know that someone they know is involved in nonprofit, whether they are staff, consultants, and any level, volunteers, they will go and ask them for recommendation. So you want to have the right people. You don't want to have people like, like a lot of people with um actually, like what there's a lot of politics in some organizations, and like talking bad about those jobs, their posts. You don't want to have that going in nonprofits and business. It might, okay, it's not, doesn't, I mean, it depends on the business, of course. It might not be that critical, but with your nonprofit, it is critical. You want people, you want them to be happy. You don't, of course, you want them to be happy. You want them to be in alignment, that their eyes shining, lighting when they're talking about your organization. That's who you want to work with. So this is very important when we're talking hiring here. We were talking about staff, we were talking about consultants. So I will let Brittany say more about that, or another point. If go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, I'll say this. Just to simplify what you said, who would you rather have on your team? Someone cheering for you, oh my gosh, it's 123 nonprofit. They are the best. This is their mission. I'm very passionate. I support them. Or you want someone that's like, oh yeah, I guess I kind of sort of work for 215. Oh, sorry, 123 nonprofit, and I guess I'm passionate. Or do you want, like, where's the enthusiasm? So you want someone like that on your team that's like going. And it's like, if someone, let's just say someone is not supportive, that doesn't mean they can't work with you, but maybe putting them on the front line isn't the best. But consultants, I would say this: working with consultants and working with employees are great, but working with employees, depending on employee that you have, you may have to take time to train them. You may have to take time to let them know uh, what what your mission is, what your vision is, and how to captivate that when they are talking to donors. They may need to go through a few months of a learning curve just before they get it right, you know? But with a consultant, they're already here and they already know. So they already know a lot of whatever sector that you're in. They work with it. Maybe if they have their own business, they're already working in there. With the employee, you can, it's less pay. You can you set their salary. With a consultant, depending on if they're negotiating their salary or not, they may be a little bit more pricey, but they're going to get the job right. They're going to get it right the first time. They may shorten the learning curve for what they know and how they're presenting it to you. They may also save you time and money yourself and your nonprofit, and they know the ins and outs, and people who, if you're looking for those passionate people, they have the insight to connect you with other passionate, like-minded individuals.
Yeah, let me just tap into one thing. It seems like consultant might be pricey, might be high, have to pay much more. But in fact, hiring a staff member is much more expensive, because you're not just you're paying them, for example, $20 an hour, or 50,000 a year, or 40, or whatever you are paying them. Um, Whatever it is, it depends on what they are doing. You don't want to forget, you have payroll taxes, you have PTOs, you have so many things. So the employee usually costs like 20 to 30% more, based on like how much, what state you are in, and all other variable. But it's gonna be costing more. Plus, they won't have, like Brittany said, like won't have the same experience that a consultant have. Now, we're not saying that you shouldn't have employees. You must have employees, but it depends on what
Yes.
role are you talking about. So let's say, if and yeah, you should hire. Like, don't tell me nonprofit is gonna be successful in volunteers. No, you're dying. Like, as a nonprofit, like you're not gonna go anywhere with a volunteers. But So you should be hiring. Now, the first person to hire is your assistant, whoever the founder or the executive director, whoever that person who's running, who founded the organization, who's um, really actually the one who wants to see the impact. That's why they created the organization. You want the assistant. This is the first person to pay. And it doesn't have to be full time, but that's the person who's going to help you actually get into the next level, so you can either hire yourself or hire someone else if you're not if your goal is not to focus full time on your organization. Now, you don't want um you don't want to just have the assistant. And now, like, you in that time, during that time, you should have already consultants. You should have um probably multiple consultants, maybe like marketing consultants, maybe for sure accounting. You have to have someone who's doing your books. Don't tell me you have everything in your bank statement. No, that's not accounting. You have everything in Excel sheet. No, that's not accounting. You might still like be able to keep track when you are small, but when you have so many activities, you're not going to be able to do that. So you have to invest in your organization. You have to work with a grants writer, like who knows how to get you ready for grants. At least, yes, Brittany, at least like consulting, like it doesn't have to be on a monthly basis, even with accountant or marketing. It doesn't have to be on a monthly basis, but at least you consult until you get to the point where you can afford a monthly service, because that's what's going to keep you on track. We're going to keep you ahead of competition, because every person likes to do, like, not every but a lot of people who want to do nonprofits, they want to start their nonprofit. They might have the similar mission to yours. Why would people choose you over other nonprofits? You have to make sure you are doing things right. You are working with consultants, you get coaching, you are doing everything by the book, so you don't get into that list of revocation. Like, if you've been watching my YouTube, like, you should already know this. If not, if not, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Like, you can book a call or just like look at my videos, like, and YouTube, you will find that. Like, you don't want to be on the revocation list that you can't get out of it. So you want to have the right people. You want to have the staff who are the staff in place, like I said, assistant. And be aware that you cannot always do 1099, because I know, like, some of you like might think, I don't have to pay payroll taxes, I'll do 1099. Not always. It's not up to you, it's up to the IRS. How do they want this staff member to be? And there are rules for that. And if you have any question about the rules, you can actually hop on a call with me. Also, there's a video I did with an attorney, like almost 2 years ago, about independent versus employees. So you can see it. We go over like the accounting and the legal rules for that. So you can learn a lot for that. So don't think you're going to save money by paying someone just as an independent contractor. And also, like Brittany said, like, if you're going to actually be cheap and not don't want to be consultant who has an experience, you're gonna end up paying so much money. Just think about, like, if you're gonna have hire an attorney, right? If someone just graduated now, they might charge you 250. I don't know the price. I didn't need an attorney for a while, but they might
It would be more than 250, but
yeah.
I digress.
Yeah, but just like, let's say, like, probably 250 an hour, and then they're gonna bill you billable hours, all of these stuff, like, because they don't have experience yet. But then if you want to have someone who already winning all the cases, who have a lot of experience, they might charge you over $500 an hour. And if you want to be saving money, you might say, oh, I'll go with the 250. You might go with the 250. They might do great job, but they will learning also while they're doing your work, so you're paying for that learning as well. While the other one who has the experience already, you can save so much money with them, even though the billable hours is a lot more. So this is how you want to think between like having just an independent contractor who's going to try with you, or someone who has been doing teaching, doing this with other people, and just giving you the fruit of things. This is how you want to think. You want to think of investing mindset, investment mindset. So we'll make sure like you do your job with that. Don't just like do things without really consulting with anyone, and don't consult with other nonprofits who are not doing what they're supposed to do. So make sure you consult with professionals in their area. So if you want grant writing, go consult with someone like Brittany or her. Or if you want like accounting, come to me or someone who knows nonprofit. Also, not all accountants like or know how to do nonprofits, especially nowadays. Like we're all like trying to specialize in an area because it's so much to learn in each area. So you want to make sure you doing your homework. Sorry, I've been talking forever. Sorry, Brittany.
No,
Can take your
no,
turn.
you're fine. You just went to drive the point home, and that's why I'm listening. Like you just want to drive the point home. Like what's more beneficial, saving a couple hundred right now, and then you're gonna pay even more down the line, or maybe spending a couple hundred more right now so it saves you down the line. And, with that being said, I know like people, when it comes to money and financing, and they're like, I'm steering clear of saying that, oh, you're not going to know until you pay. I'm not giving you that. But what I am saying is, depending on that person and their experience, if they don't have a lot of credentials, is like you still have to wait. If they don't have a lot of credentials but they have a lot of experience, do you go with that, or do you go with the person that has a high amount of credentials and experience? I'm not discrediting anybody, because some people are learning, they're professionals, they're still learning their craft, they're learning what they do, and they're good at their job. It just takes them a little longer. While someone who's seasoned knows it, get it just like this, and they don't have to tell you much for you to see the big picture and actually execute. So that's what we're stressing. Like, we're not saying that, okay, if that person is 2 years in, don't give them a chance, but that person still might be in their learning stage versus someone who's past the 2 year, 5 year, 10 year mark. May not, they may be learning something else, but they're not learning the thing that they're an expert in. They're not relearning what they're an expert in. So it's just those things to consider, as well as, are you guys compatible? Besides them having the knowledge and expertise, do they really support you? Are they passionate about what you have in your nonprofit? Are they able to, if, let's just say, you get a donor and they're one of the ones that are kind of hard to persuade to get involved, do they have the answer for you, or is it just like, oh well, it's hard, I'm gonna just go on to the next one because that one's hard? Or are they gonna say, hey, let's find a solution for that? So it's many different factors. It is many different factors that go into hiring someone, making sure they're compatible, and also making sure that they're one to not just get along with you, but get along with the staff, your other staff. So I feel like when people go to work, or when they do what they're passionate about, they want to keep that passion going with as less drama in the nonprofit and in the workplace as possible. Because when you're a happy employee, you love to go to work. You don't even think about it. You're like, oh, absolutely. Like, you have so much joy, versus a job where it's just so much drama and you're like, ugh, Monday again, I gotta go. Okay, happy face, happy face. Like, you have to kind of psych yourself into it. So if you go with people that support you, they're positive, they they love your mission. They're driven. They want to support. They want to get others to support. It could be someone that says, I hate nonprofits, but this person is like, by the time they're done talking to this person on your team, they're going to say, you know what? I love nonprofits. I'm going to support. I'm going to donate. How much money did you say? Okay, double that. So you want people that have that go getter attitude and that are as passionate or more passionate about your nonprofit as you are. Sorry if that took so long to get through.
No, awesome, awesome. No, this is very important. And also, you don't want to just have the people and do not train them. You should have written procedures. You should have probably videos, like, and you should take the time to train them. Don't just blame things on people. You have to have training
Yes.
so you can have consistency with your nonprofit. So anyone goes and or comes, they have the same process. Of course, you develop this process over time, but document, document, document. It's important to document everything so you have a good process, and you have also like things for your board meetings, and if you get audited, you have a reference for everything. But it is important to document and to your for your staff to be in alignment and know how you do this work. Don't just do it just okay, whatever they do it's good. No, have them, you can have them also to have an input and tell you, do you want to do this way, and just study the way they're doing it and see if that makes sense, then make the change so everyone else do it the same way. But not just don't have everyone do their way, because you want to have consistency, you want to have a good procedure, you want everyone to be able to do the same work. Let's say if someone like dropped out of the planet tomorrow, someone else can come
No.
and do the job. you know so you never know, so you never know like when what happens. You want to always have consistency. If you decided to go pursue something else, maybe start a new nonprofit or do other business or just retire, whatever you want to do, you want to have everything in place for anyone to take over and to see how's everyone doing, what measures you are taking. Document, document, document. Now, that you should have clarity also of your expectations. So make sure you have it written, you have it not only spoken, because you can be surprised like how many times you would tell people something, but they get something different. So you want to have
True.
it, you want to have them repeat that to you, and you want to have things written so everyone on the same page. So we can talk forever on this. I'm gonna give it to Brittany to see if she has one more point to add, but we want to tell you about our upcoming event. We changed the date, so we want to tell you about that. But I'm gonna say if I'm gonna let Brittany say if she wants to say anything before we start on that. So yeah.
I have, I'll just say this. I do have a lot more to say about it, but I'll keep it short. Just know and understand, especially if, because I know a number of you guys are transitioning from employee yourself to nonprofit boss. So think about it like this: be the kind of boss that you load, like it, every at every job, because I've had several. There was always in one department, whether it was mine or somebody else, one boss that was a favorite boss because they were firm, but they trusted their team. If their team was slacking off, they would say, hey, get back in line. But they did allow their team to have creative freedom. Of course, they didn't implement that right away. They had a meeting, they followed procedures, they asked their boss like, hey, can we implement this or no? But as a boss, be the boss that you want to be. Be firm. Like, don't let your employees think that they can get away with murder, but also, don't be a micromanager. Like, those were the ones on my list that I didn't like. I'll just say that there were not micromanagers were not my favorite. So be a boss, that you're going in, you're making sure the job is done. And that's I could go on, but that is where I will end it.
Yeah, you definitely should be the leader and should follow you. So, yeah, you make them like this is a very important point. I'm glad you mentioned that.
I know it's like common sense. I know, like be the boss, lead well, but sometimes if you've never been a leader before, how can you lead well? What does that look like? And
Mm,
the example, that's why I gave the example. When you have a favorite boss, they have an open door policy. They they were glad to see you. They were like, "Hey, come in, close the door. Take a seat. What can I help you with? Okay, you need help in that area. I hear you. Um, let me talk to my boss about that if they had one, or they would just say, hey, I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to find a way that we can incorporate that. But right now, just continue to be patient with me, or they would just tell you, no, we're not making any changes. But they would hear you out first before telling you no, or they would encourage you when they're just like, hey, come in the office, sit down. Like, I noticed for the past 6 months you've been doing well, but like for the past month, 6 weeks, something isn't right in your work. Like, is everything okay in your personal life? Like, they showed concern, they cared. But anyway, last point, I promise. Be that boss.
yes, yes, awesome. All right, so now we're gonna talk about our events. Yeah, we told you before we're gonna have it in June, but we decided to make it change the date and make it August
26.
26th. It's going to be Saturday. It's going to be Saturday. It's going to be in Houston, Texas, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, it's going to be August 26th, and we have the tickets already ready for sale. You can just get that. Actually, let me put here, this is the link where you go. It's a Facebook event, and you can get there, and you will be able to purchase the ticket. You can finance it. It's less than 500, but still, if you don't want to pay it at once, you can finance it. So, but make sure you buy it before it goes up because the price is gonna change very soon. But make sure you catch the early bird and get to that. And if you can, actually, if you are watching the QR code behind Brittany, you can just scan it and you go to the payment link. And also, if you go to the Facebook group, not Facebook group, sorry, to go to the Facebook event, here the link on the screen, the Bitly link, you're gonna go directly to the Facebook, and in tickets you can click there and you can purchase the tickets. Now if you want financing, you can do pay later, and it takes you a minute or two to just get the financing. If you don't want to do the financing, you can just do you pay right away. You can pay with whatever. So make sure you join us, let people know about it, and have them join us too. It's a very great deal right now, so make sure you attend it. We're gonna have great things for you. We're gonna talk more about it as we go to the event, closer to the events. um, but yeah, make sure to get your tickets now, let people know about it, invite your friends, make sure you have the place, you have your spots, because if we are sold out, there's no way to make it for you. We already know. Yeah, I'll let you, Brittany, talk about the space a little bit, or something else.
Oh, I was just about to put it in the comments, the link again. But anyway, yeah, what we're doing here is we have the available money now mastermind. That is what we're doing. And it's actually I know you said earlier it's gonna be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., but the time did change from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So this one is going to be for 5 hours. So, in 5 hours, what are you going to do in 5 hours? You're going to learn nonprofit structure, setup, and grants, how to apply for those at the start. That's what That's what I know to be true. To even at the start, you can qualify for grant funding in your first 1 to 3 years. But of course, that all stems from being set up the right way. Me and Nora teach you how to do that in that class. It's um it's also where you can get started now. After this class, well, I like to say during this class, you can get set up with your nonprofit with the grants right then. Is not one of those, oh, we're gonna do it, and then afterwards, or 6 months down the line you can qualify. It's now, it's immediate. So what I will say this: we will tell you how to structure that in our mastermind. We will tell you what the setup, show you what the setup looks like. And we also have workbooks. I love workbooks. I love activities. I love games. So that's what we incorporated there as well. And anything else, you're just gonna have to reserve your spot. There is more to say, but if you want to know what that more is, go ahead and reserve your spot. Get your ticket. It's only $4.97. You can pay that at once. There's financing available to break up payments. But we don't want you to miss this, because the information that we're giving you, one, you can't find it nowhere on Google. And two, you can get started right now. I've as someone who is a consultant, who is coaching, a lot of things that I was given, it was like, you can start soon. You have to finish doing the work in a week or two, but none like ours, where while you're doing the work, you can get started in the same day. So guys, you don't want to miss it. You want to get in at this early bird price, which is the 497, because as we get closer to August 26th, the prices will increase, and you will get a bonus for signing up. You will get your early bird bonus for signing up. I love bonuses. I know you love bonuses. So you're going to get a special bonus for signing up, being the first to sign up at this introductory early bird rate. So, and then also, you get a chance to meet me and Nora in person, and I'm a lot taller in person. So yeah, you get to meet us, you get to talk to us, and this is like how we are right now. This is how we are in person. But we joke a lot more in person because we actually see each other. But yeah, for the most part, this is our personality. So we're not gonna be like happy go lucky, and then whenever you get in the we get in a workshop, dull, boring, and morbid. We're we're gonna keep our personality. So yeah, go ahead, register today. And as time goes on, we will we will just give you a sneak peek. I love sneak peeks. We're going to give you a sneak peek on what it is, but for the time being, this is it. This is going to be a nonprofit, a grant writing, a mastermind like no other.
Mhm. This is going to be for you if you are in nonprofit, period. So if you are a leader in nonprofit, if you are a staff member, if you are a consultant, if you are a grant writer, if you want to be a consultant for nonprofits, or if you want to start your own nonprofit, if you want to teach about it, it's going to be for all of you. You're going to learn no matter what area in nonprofit you are, you will learn regardless of how involved in a nonprofit you are. Like I said, consultants, a staff member, founder, you thinking of starting one, you're going to get a lot of activities, you're going to learn a lot. Make sure you share this with anyone in your list. It's going to be in Houston, Texas. However, you're welcome to come from anywhere else, especially you guys in Texas. Come on, like you drive there, and also the surrounded places. Like go there, go come to us, and you can fly in. August is so
You
nice.
could fly in, you could drive in, you could take a boat in, you
Yeah.
can even how some people like to just like fly on a super fast airplane jet. You can come by jet. You can come by any means to get inside the class. This one, like, it's an open invite. We're extending an open invite for everyone. This is like Nora said, if you're thinking about starting for your nonprofit, if you're thinking about trying to get grants for your nonprofit, if you're not even sure that you want to start your nonprofit this year, if you come to the class, you can have the confidence to start your nonprofit sooner than later. So it's just a mastermind that we are letting you know is possible. We're building your confidence in it. We're letting you know what you can do and how it's possible in a short amount of time. So, again, this is something you don't want to miss. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be your host. Nora's going to be there. She's going to be your host. So, so with all the training and materials and things that we're doing, like I said, invite everyone on your list that you know. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their friend to come. Tell anyone, tell your grandma, your enemy, whoever. Just spread the word about it and join us.
Yes, you don't want to miss it. Like, and just for you, like, don't think I don't have the money. I wish I have the money, because this is
What
where
do I
you
do?
don't, because this is where you actually get nowhere. You're not gonna get anywhere. You just talk, 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 no action. You wanna from now on to take action. You wanna have abundance mindset when it comes to your nonprofit or your business. You wanna make sure, okay, how can I make this done? It's not how I cannot do it and just stop and shut up your brain. No, you want to ask yourself, how can I make this happen? How can I go there? So I'm gonna give you some ideas. You can get sponsorship for the event. You can invest yourself, because even if your nonprofit can afford it, I'm sure you can. You can do it, and you can have two options if you do it yourself. You can get reimbursed from the nonprofit when you get money, because when you come, you're going to learn so many strategies to get money, get funded, and have the confidence to do that. So you can get reimbursed later, or you can just consider it as a donation for your nonprofit. Or you can, like I said, get a sponsorship, or you can just have financing. It's only 497. You're gonna learn so much more. Believe me, the information you're gonna get there worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. We're only charging 497 just to cover our costs, to make sure you have the nice place, you have the materials that you're looking for and everything. So, for also our time, because, we'll be doing something else if we're not there, but you're not going to regret it. So figure out like how we can join. Don't say, oh, I wish I had the money. I don't want to hear that. Like, if you hear yourself say that, just know you're not going to go anywhere with nonprofit. I spoke to so many people. They have been struggling with their nonprofit for 10 years. They've been struggling for their nonprofit for years and years. Maybe they give up on it. Maybe like they are self-funding their nonprofit just because they always run with, oh, we don't have money yet. Oh, we cannot afford it. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to the people who are looking forward for your help. Don't do that. Just ask yourself, how can I do it? How can I do this so I can get into the next level? So with that, share it with anyone. Share it with anyone you know they are actually looking for it, some information like that. We're gonna talk about it more as we go. Like we're gonna have next live. It's going. Watch out for it. It's going to be during the week. We're gonna announce maybe Wednesday. But usually we go Fridays. We're gonna try to be consistent on Friday. If any change, we will let you know. Like, we will let you know ahead of time. And just comment under here, like in the review or in the replay, and see, like, we have this on the screen, and also we're having those on the comments, the link, so you can go uh, get active on the Facebook group, not group, sorry, Facebook page, event page, and then actually buy the tickets. Um, we're looking forward to see you guys. If you have any question, please post them under this video or in the Facebook event so we can answer your questions. If you have that question, maybe someone else has, and we would love to answer all the questions you guys have. And make sure you take advantage of the early bird right now before it's August 26th. And we will see you later. Have a great Friday and have a good weekend. Do you want to say anything before we leave?
Yes. The last thing I want to say is you guys can do it. You can do it. I know it's like when it comes to money, that's always the biggest challenge. But once you get past that hurdle, know that you can do it. It's in you to do it. You just have to unleash your get out of your own head, get away from that mindset that says, oh, we're limited only in this little box. Break out of the box, make yourself unlimited in your mindset, and just know that you can do it and you're gonna do it with confidence. That is all. That is all I have to say.
Awesome. Awesome. We're looking forward to see you guys. We can't wait to see you in person and play with you, teach you all the great stuff, all the great secrets that you need to learn, answer all your
Yeah.
questions, and see you later. Have a great weekend.
See ya.